All right, I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. So Linda's on for Reno. Good to see Chad Howard on. Leo Ladybug is on. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. So, David Kelly, I'm doing well. Good to see Dina. Good everything. I'm gonna start using that. I'm gonna get on for a few minutes because I know I kind of caught y'all by surprise. So get on for a few minutes. Come on, get in, get on, get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. Let's see what we got. Richard Dinkins is on as well. Thank you, Lady Leo Ladybug. Good to see E. Joyce Paris on with us. Thank you so much. David Kelly, thank you. We love you too. Ebony Tarbert is on. Good evening to you, Ebony. Hope you're doing well as Miss Marianne Goldwire. Thank you for joining us, as well as Shauna Moss. Thank you, David Kelly. Nick, 10 o'clock is not right on time. Actually, I was on at 9 o'clock, but now I'm back on at 10 o'clock. So this is just part two. Margie Jefferson is on as well. Thank you. So glad to have you on. I said I would get on for just a few minutes because I do know it kind of ran a little crazy. Miss Strawberry is on. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Exciting night in Savannah. The inaugural night, the first night of the Savannah Steel in Savannah. And they came off with a win, and a big win, almost double digits as well. Good to see. I saw Jennifer Davenport walk by me. She didn't think I saw her, but I saw you. Pretty Ghetto Indian Girl is here. Good to see you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. Joya Dinkins is on as well. And we're wishing Jennifer's mom, Denny Walker, a very, very happy birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Walker, and we love your daughter. Coach Cassell Bell is on from Jacksonville, Florida. Duval, thank you for joining us, as well as Angela Kirkland. Good evening to you. Caroline Green is on. Thank you for joining us as well. Yes. Pinka Smile, good evening to you. And hey, Pretty Ghetto Indian Girl. That's an interesting name. I'm going to have to learn. You're going to have to tell me the story behind that name. Good to see Dr. Pete Silver and Captain Silver. Good to see you, sir. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope you are taking good care of Granddad, and I hope you're doing well, and I hope to talk to you soon, okay? Remember, that's what Silvers do. Yes, Justin Moats is on. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Pinka Smile, you'll reach out soon. All right. Well, I will look forward to you reaching out. Thank you for joining us. All right. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Nick Ritchie says she's half Semino, half Cherokee Italian. You know her? Gloria Wells is on. Thank you for joining us. Again, exciting night in Savannah. And I'd say I will get on for just a few minutes because I wanted you all to be a part of the moment and be a part of what was going on at Savannah's In-Market Arena. A great night for women's basketball. Our first professional women's basketball team, the Savannah Steel, came off with a big win on their first night. Gloria Wells, thank you. Barbara Kaufman is on with us. Good to see you. Good to see my brother, Hollis Johnson, Above and Beyond Limousine Service. If you ever need any limousine service, if you need transportation services, Hollis Johnson and Above and Beyond give excellent service. And they are the folks here. They're local, but they serve worldwide. So good to see you. Thank you for joining us. And again, just I'm hype. I mean, these young ladies got out there and played their hearts out. I had the opportunity to go in and talk to them before the game, welcome them to Savannah, and I did that. And I told them, I said, look, I'm introducing the queens to their court, and I said, you protect your court, and they did in a big way. Um, Robert Richards is on. Thank you for joining us. And go Knicks. I have been so happy with the New York Knicks. I mean, they have played better basketball than I've seen, in probably in my life. I mean, they've had good, strong teams, but I mean, just playing the way they're playing now, I mean, it's pretty hype. So, um, and Wendy welcomes the Savannah Steel to Savannah on behalf of Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings on Montgomery Street. Great pizza, great service. Go check them out. Tell them the mayor sent you. Deborah Walker is on. Brother Alan Wright is on, so I know I'm in good standing. Tam Reeves is on. Thank you for joining us. Cassandra and Chris Clemens is on. Thank you for being with me, as well as Lenora Moore. I have some of my merch on, my Savannah Steel merch. They have, I mean, the colors are nice. They're hot pink as well. Thank you. And well, good to see Pastor. Hope you are doing well. And I figured that given what you were going through today, that you probably would not have wanted to go. However, on Sunday, you have tickets to the game. On this Sunday, they play, I think they play Jacksonville. And so, Pastor, it will be nice for you to go to the game, but I wanted to make sure you were in the right mind space from what I saw you today. So don't worry about it. You will be at the game. Angela, good to see you as well. Bernice Lohman was here. I saw Bernice Lohman. She was up in Hinesville with us over the weekend, so it's good to see her and see her at work. Carol Sims is shouting out to Savannah Steel. Thank you for doing that. Arlene Hines, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. And that's right, back to in regular scheduled meeting. Rockin' Robin McDaniel Beck from Kansas City, Missouri is on. Good to see you. Aunt Ollie is on. I think I'll see you on Sunday. Shirley Spears is on. Good evening to you. Yeah, I just, it's been a good night. Again, well, they weren't sure whether it was going to work. I said, of course it's going to work. And I mean, sold out in Market Arena. And, this is women's basketball. But what I really enjoyed was these were I saw little girls. I saw young girls there. I saw young girls that were there. And they were just watching. I mean, Cheryl Miller was here in Savannah at the In-Market Arena. Cheryl Miller, who is, basketball gold, not mid or women's basketball, just basketball gold. Cheryl Miller being here, for our first game, I think it shows us that, we have a caliber of basketball in this city, and so excited about it. Reverend Debbie Morse, my good friend and author, says she will see me at the altar on Sunday. Well, maybe not. Talk to Pastor. See, what had happened was, we'll explain about it a little bit later. So, Brother Henry Lee Perry is on. Thank you for joining us, as well as Lisa Wiggins. Thank you for joining us. Desmond Duval, good to see you. Thank you, Desmond Duval. I appreciate you. Pinka Smile says, what advice would I give to my younger self? You want to know. That's a good question. Jackie Stokes, thank you for joining us, as well as Kathy Middleton. What advice would I give to my younger self? Hey Stacy, it probably would have been two things. The first thing would have been to find balance. Good to see the legend herself, Clementine Washington from Midway Georgia. Linda Morgan is on with us. Find balance. I think for me, my parents got married. My father was uh, my father was 21 and my mom was 19. And so they were young parents. And so, their whole life was about, you know, being young parents. Tara Smith is on. Thank you. Lily Reddick, thank you for joining us. Um, and so, for them, my mother's life goals are going to school and, beyond getting a nursing degree, get a social work degree, which she eventually got. I mean, it was put to the side because of family. I mean, she had to make sure our needs were tended to first. The same thing with my father. Good to see Keith Kimball on. And I think I got there and said, I'm going to set the table first. I'm going to set the table, professionally first. And I think because I did that, I missed out. I missed out, where I probably would have had, a wife and kids. I was really looking at career and trying to figure if I was successful first, then I could be successful later on. And time just kind of got away from me. So I think that's probably the issue. The other thing is, Mama Charlotte is on. Good to see you. Jennifer Hoffman, thank you. I'm going to talk about that, about the process in a minute. Jeffrey Walker, thank you. Tanya Walltower, good to see you. The other thing was, I trust God. There were just things for me. I think in my mind, it was like, at the end, I would have not have charted any of this out for myself. First of all, I was not going to Savannah State. Secondly, I wasn't staying in Savannah State. Thirdly, I wasn't going to grad school in Savannah. Probably would not have been in politics. And they say if you want to make God laugh, tell God what you're going to do. And, I think, in the end of the day, wherever I am now, God kind of knew what was best for me. And I just would say, you know what, just go with the process. Go where it leads you. Go where he leads you. I think that probably would have been more, for me. That would have been the advice. Oh, probably more. Third thing is probably, save a lot more money earlier. Save a lot more earlier. And then the fourth thing probably is take better physical care of myself. I mean, working out and all that, because eventually, it all turns to fat. So those are the four things I think I would have told myself. Condolita, Lita, good to see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pink and Smile, you are very, very welcome. Lou Phelps was with us today. She was with us tonight. Savannah Biz, thank you for joining us. So two quick things I wanted to hit on real quick. And first of all, you have not seen my handsome face lately. You have not looked for my handsome face lately. You know where I am. If you want to see my handsome face, all you have to say is you want to see my handsome face. And you can see my handsome face. I hope you're doing okay. Delisa Cliff is on. Thank you very much. This is week number 322. 322 weeks. This is 2,254 days of Friday Night Live. We have been on for 6 years, 2 months, for 74 straight months, every single Friday night, no matter where I was in the world, no matter where you were in the world, we have been together. We have been together. We have been together, and we have stayed together, and I am appreciative of all of you. I'm so appreciative of all of you for hanging in with us. And so tonight, I was at Savannah Steel. It got 9 o'clock, and people were in the game like, what's up at 9 o'clock? You know what's up at 9 o'clock. So I was going to leave, but then I said, you know what? I want y'all to share in the experience of Savannah's first game. It is a great place to go, great place to check out Savannah Steel. So hopefully you will enjoy it. Good to see C. Nicole. It was good to see you at the voters rally as well. The elections happened. And those who won, those who lost. But we appreciate everybody for putting their name into the contest. You got to be in it to win it. You got to be in it to try. So I salute all those who offer themselves up for elected office. Ms. Toya is recovering from surgery. I hope you are doing better. I did see the pictures, and I hope the man is taking good care of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Ernestine Frazier is on with us. Marianne Goldwire is watching us as well. And so I wanted to talk about that. The other thing is I wanted to talk about was there is something going on around. Somebody took an old poster. I remember when we had that ball water advisory. Well, some genius took the ball water advisory from last year and they're starting to re-share it. All right, we do not have a ball water advisory. Okay, we do not have a ball water advisory. So if you see it, look at the date. You know that if we had a ball water advisory, you would hear from me first. This is an old post, so please don't share that stuff. Okay, we do not have a ball water advisory. Hermina Glass Hill is on, and congratulations to our friend State Representative Al Williams, who won re-election. He's a good man. He's a good man, and he served us well. He served the coast well. Glad to see that he won, and glad for any role I might have played in that. So, thank you for that. The other thing I wanted to get into, and it's an interesting thing. Yesterday we gave money. We gave $10,000 to the Savannah Pride Center. And the Savannah Pride Center is the only center, I believe, in the state for LGBTQIA plus individuals. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered, queer, and others. And we gave 10,000 because we know that there is a population within that community that find it very, very hard to be able to find housing. They're often discriminated against because of their status. Good to see Angela Stafford on, and Inez. Good to see you today. And Robert, I know Cheryl. I know who Reggie Miller is, and no, he's not a huge Knicks fan. He broke my heart plenty of times. But anyway, we gave them $10,000 because we recognize that their population needs help with housing, and so we use the money. You'll see the post, but just the hate of people who want to make value judgments about people's personal lives. Again, I'm not anybody's pastor. I'm their mayor, and so as their mayor, I am responsible for ensuring civil rights. We will leave it to their faith and their faith leaders to deal with issues of faith and those types of things. It just amazes me how nasty people can be. And if you look at some of those posts, it was horrible. We're not going to make any excuses for including all. For us, Savannah will be a safe, environmentally healthy, and economically thriving community for all. And all is no matter who you are, where you live, what you look like, what you make, what your educational level is, or who you love. Everyone in Savannah deserves to have a place to live and a roof over their heads, and we're going to be that loving community. And if you want to judge, then you go somewhere else and you judge. It don't mean I'm gay. It doesn't mean any of that stuff. It means we care about people. And how dare some of you in one voice can sit here and talk about God's word, and then out of the other side of your mouth sit there and judge people. I mean, obviously you're only listening to half a text. Right, so I'm just saying, good to see Wendy Davis on. We're not going to do that. We're not going to treat people any old kind of way. Not long as I'm mayor of this city. We have come too far. Because you know, one time when they talking about those people, some time ago, it was my people that they were talking about. And we don't get better and we don't do better until we recognize that this city is great because everybody helped make it great. And if you're living here, if you're paying taxes, even if you're not paying taxes, you are due some measure of protection from the city. It amazes me that people that don't have any jobs, to sit there talking about taxes they pay, and I know you don't work. I know you ain't paying any taxes. But you talk about taxpayer dollars. Well, I pay taxes. And you know what? I want people to be okay. And I'm good with people being okay. And until I'm no longer mayor, this city is going to make sure that people are okay. And we're not asking questions, and we're not putting qualifications, or we're not putting conditions on our love. That is not who we are, and that's not who we're going to be as long as I'm mayor of this city. So for all of you, you don't like it, sorry. We're not going to be like that. We're going to be that city sitting on the top of the hill with our light shining into the darkness. We're going to be that city that's going to care. We're going to be that city that walks and sees the man on the side of the road and find ways to be able to help them. Good to see Stoney on. Stoney! My beautiful niece, Cheyenne Stoney, has joined me. Good to see you, sweetie. Hope you're doing well. Bernard Young is on as well. And we're just gonna be that. I mean, you can't sit there and talk. You can't sit here and talk about love, and then on the other side of your mouth, you're talking about hate. You know, we're just not gonna be those people. We're not. We're not. Because those people who said those things were the same people who said it some, 50 years ago about people who look like me. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Good to see Zakia on. Thank you for joining us, and we appreciate it. Jacqueline Mock is on. Thank you, Jacqueline, for joining us. Gene Edwards. Gene Edwards, let me tell you about Gene Edwards. Gene Edwards is the chaplain for the Savannah Steel. And she came in there today and was laying hands on those girls. Those girls came out and blew Greensboro out by 20. So it must be something. It must be something. It must be something. So, Gene, you got up in there and prayed on those girls, and they went out there and blew out Greensboro. Let me see. Goodbye to CBS Radio. CBS Radio gone away? All right. So I wanted to talk about that. The last thing I wanted to talk about, which was just on my mind before I let you all go, again, this is the second part of Friday Night Live, not the first part. First part was the game. Congratulations to Savannah Steel winning at home. So I heard something today that was kind of interesting. But I want to just remind you all, just because I love y'all, and I would not have you be ignorant about stuff. Monday is Memorial Day. Generally, it's inappropriate to wish people a happy Memorial Day. Memorial Day is to honor those who have died in the line of duty. We know that it is the unofficial beginning to summer, but we also recognize that it's a solemn day for folks in our country, and it's not like you go around and you say, like, happy funeral, happy homegoing. You don't generally do that. It's a day of reflection and a day of remembrance. So Veterans Day, November 11th, is used to honor those who have served. Okay? So Memorial Day is for those who have died. Veterans Day is for those who are living. So, when you say Happy Memorial Day, you're saying happy, like you're gone, and that's so. I mean, I hear people say that, and I just want you to know there's a difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day. Good to see Regina Young. You are forgiven for your tardiness. Don't do it again. Okay? Don't do it again. And good to see Zane Beyond Words on. Thank you for joining us. Zane and Knicks, Big Body Brunson. We balling. We are balling. We are balling. We're balling. So, Amanda, thank you for lifting that. Amanda knows about that kind of stuff. Linda, that's right. You are welcome about that. Thank you. Felicia Cuthbert, good to see you. Thank you. And so those are the only things I wanted to bring up. I don't know if there's anything that you all need me to address. I will address it if you want me to. I can't think of anything else. That you all might want to know. Catherine. Yeah, Armed Forces Day for those that are serving. So Memorial Day was originally known as Decoration Day. Decoration Day in the 1800s. And so after World War II, it was extended to honor all service members that were killed in any conflicts or military action. And in like 1971, it was like declared a federal holiday, placing it the last Monday in May. So I just want to make sure y'all know that. Good to see you, Reverend Debbie Morris. Hopefully you're doing well. Hope all is going well. Good to see Iron Bull as well. So today, Angela, we kicked off the 100 Days of Summer. Congratulations also to the class of 2026. Yesterday I spoke at Raymar Junior Academy. It was their graduation of kindergarten and 8th grade, so I was their speaker, and I appreciate Pastor Scott and the great folks at Raymar Junior Academy for allowing me to be their speaker for their graduation. I appreciated that. And today we kicked off the 100 Days of Summer. And big pool, we have pools, we have all types of recreational, leisure, educational, cultural activities for young people this summer. We want young people to be out and have a good time. We want them to learn. Good to see Denise Smith. I had a chance to see Denise Smith today at the Savannah Steel game at her mama, so it was good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I had a chance to do that. Also, this Sunday, I'm speaking in 2 places on Sunday. So I'm speaking in Midway at Palmyra Baptist Church, and then I'm speaking at Pleasant Grove African Methodist Episcopal Church. And so looking forward to both of those opportunities. And if you're in the neighborhood, come on by. So, but I don't know if there's anything else. Jackie Jones White, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yes, see Nicole, they had a really great time over there. Kathy says, yay for summer in Savannah. I agree. But to me, it seemed, I don't know, to me, it just seemed like summer's gotten shorter. Being I was in New York, we got out for the summer probably before the last week of Pastor Osborne. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. It was just before like the last week in June we would get off, right? We would get off, and we wouldn't go back to school till the day after Labor Day. We would go back to school the Tuesday after Labor Day was our first day of school. Now these kids get out like today, and like August 1st they're back in. And maybe it seems the same. It just seems like by the time these kids get out, they're right back in school, and it still be hot, like real hot on August the 1st. So maybe it's just me. Let me see. Did Summer 500 get filled? I do not know, but we'll find out. Leonard went to Raymar. Yeah, it's a great school, great Christian school. and they love on those. They love on those kids. They love on those kids. They love on those kids. So it was a great time being with them, and I appreciate it. Have an opportunity to speak to their graduates. Good to see Diane, Diane Washington. Pastor Osborne said us parents are grateful. I bet they are. I didn't realize it, but during the summertime, you can't keep food in your house because the kids are eating up everything, and their power is up because they're on. They're on. The TV is on. All these other things are on. The electronics are on. The air conditioning is on. I mean, summer cost. Now I know why these parents are so happy sometimes for these kids to go back to school. So, I spoke the truth. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, Pastor. Now, Pastor Osborne, if you wanted to jump in the water, we could have, held it for you. If you wanted to walk on water, we would have held it for you. I'm going to learn to swim this summer. I keep saying I'm going to do it. Now, the funny part about that is, the funny thing about that is that I can't. I really want to swim. I want like Michael Phelps swim. There was this guy today named John. John was a lifeguard, and they were demonstrating to us at Daphne Park about how to save people. And so they were doing a demonstration. John was sitting there all cool. John had on a hat like this, and he had on sunglasses. And so when it was time, John jumped into the deep water, and he swam all the way over to where the guy was, helped the guy onto this thing, and got him out. John's hat did not get wet. John's glasses did not get wet. John's goatee did not get wet. I was so impressed by that. I'm like, that's how I want to swim. Mine, I remember when I was my swimming instructor years ago, he said, I don't know what that is you're doing, and it's the ugliest thing, but you're not drowning. So it's an issue of form. So we'll see how it goes. Miss Monique, let the word do the work. Yeah, it's going to have to be the word doing the work. We'll see how it goes. I get invited to come and share. So, we'll see where he leads me. I will follow. And Oklahoma City versus San Antonio, that was a good game. It's a celebration when the kids go back to school, and thank you, Pastor Osborne, for everything we know First Tabernacle does for young people during the year. So they were racing. Okay, you were set up. Okay, kids rarely play outside. Yeah, Reverend Debbie, Pastor and I kind of talked about it, but we'll see how it goes. That's right. If you need to. If you're a trained lifeguard, you make $20 an hour. $20 an hour is a good salary. And if you want to, just go to SavannahGA.gov, SavannahGA.gov, and you can, if you can swim and you could be a trained lifeguard, you can make $20 an hour. I mean, that's like money for all the school clothes you would want. And I remember, that's all we wanted. We wanted school clothes, but now kids wear uniforms. It's like, they spend their money on phones and stuff, I guess. So, yeah. And Reverend Morris, we have this handled. Pastor and I have it handled. I'll be at Palmyra at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I'll be at Pleasant Grove at 10. We're going to work it all out. The Lord done worked it out, figured it out. We're going to make it. But I don't know if there's anything else you all want me to talk about, but I just want to make sure you know we do not have a ball advisory. Somebody has started to share the old advisory. Savannah does not have a ball water advisory. The 100 Days of Summer are here, and today was the Savannah Steel's first game in their home, Savannah's In-Market Arena, and they blew it out. They blew it out. We had a sellout crowd, and my new favorite team is the Savannah Steel. Savannah Steel. And so they have a game on Sunday. We will post the rest of their schedule. We want you to go out and support these young ladies. They are, I mean, they are great, talented basketball players, and they are balling. They are balling. But I was so happy just to see little girls just watching. And there was a little girl who wanted to meet Cheryl Miller. Now, strangely enough, she's 9, but she knew who Cheryl Miller was. So I went, me, and I took her over to meet Cheryl Miller, and she knew who Cheryl Miller was. I don't know how, because she's only 9 and Cheryl's been out of the game for a while, but it was really, really cool. So Monique says she wants to learn too. Sigma Gamma Rho, the Poodles have, they said they have an initiative called Swim 1922. All right, so we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. We'll figure it out. Pastor Thurman Neal Tillman is on. Greetings and salutations again to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. And LaWanda Tillman says $25 to $30 to deal with hard-headed children around the water. They don't want to obey. But these are young people, and strangely enough, they don't play with these. They don't play with these young people. Although we had an election on Tuesday, Commissioner Kendra Roll from Brunswick, Georgia, reminds us it's 25 days before we go back to the polls. Again, I'm not going to tell you how to vote, but I will tell you your vote is important. Every single time there is an election. I know I have some folks on here who vote red, some folks who vote blue, some folks who vote neither or both. All I'm saying, just vote, just vote. The electorate has an opportunity to see what is going on. Let me see. So John comes on. Now, after we talked about all of this stuff, right? And then here comes John, who's calling me a racist POS. Is that piece of, John, you need to take your ignorance and your negativity somewhere else, okay? Because you don't want to fool up with these folks today. They will make you into a community project on this page. So be careful, John. Be careful. And we are prepared to celebrate Pastor Thurman Tillman's 50th 50 preaching anniversary, June the 12th to the 14th, and we're looking forward to it to celebrate the longest serving pastor in First Africans history, the oldest congregation in North America, oldest black congregation in North America. So we thank you for that. Alberna Campbell is on. Alberna, how's Mama Sadie? She has not been on, so I hope she's doing all right. So I don't know if there's anything else before I'm gonna get off, because my pastor and first lady are on, and they don't want me to deal with Mr. John Prince the way that I will deal with John Prince. Jeanette Grant is going to New York this week, so tell all the folks I say hello. See, Suzanne again. We approved the $10,000 for the Pride Center because it's the right thing to do. Again, who am I to judge who somebody loves? I'm a mayor. I guarantee civil rights. And so, people who are LGBTQ plus have harder opportunities to find places to live. And so this $10,000 is a part of a memorandum of understanding with the Savannah Pride Center to provide housing resources for that hard-to-place population. And so I make no apologies for caring for folk. I don't. And I told you, as long as I'm mayor of this city, we will care. Now, after me, then whoever y'all elect, do what you want to do. But we're here, we're going to lead in love. That's who we are, and that's what we're going to do. If we're going to be the hospitality city, if we're going to be the hostess city of the South, then we're going to show hospitality inside our gates, as well as showing it outside our gates. So Talia Breeza is on. Thank you for joining us. Harmony Green apartment community. Okay. Um, I can't really help you, see, Nicole, because your pool is not in Savannah. I'm the mayor of Savannah, so um, I think you need to talk to Karen Williams. Karen Williams is the fine mayor of Pooler, Georgia, and Heath Lloyd is the city manager. You need to talk to them and um, tell them to provide summer events like Savannah does for our citizens. We charge a pretty decent millage rate, but at the end of the day, we're providing activities for our young people. We will serve several thousand young people over the next 100 days. But this is paid for by the citizens of Savannah. So I think you need to talk to Pooler about doing the same thing for their community. Nick said, don't let the person bother you. I won't. Oh, Mom watched a basketball game. Okay. Um, so sports great. Let's work on the violent crime rate. Well, actually, the violent crime rate is down in Savannah. Explosive housing costs, not much we can do about that. The market controls that. And the state of Georgia says that we can't interfere in a free housing market. Our roads, we pave thousands of miles of roads a year. We have to continue to do it. Insufficient drainage. I mean, we are below sea level. We're not below sea level, we're at sea level. And so we have always, since 1733, been prone to flooding events when it rains hard and fast. However, we have approved a stormwater fee that will help us provide the money to maintain our stormwater system. And so, hey, we continue to work. So I think we could do more than one thing at one time. And so that's what we do. We can do all that and go to see sports and support the Savannah Steel and support the Savannah Bananas and support the Savannah Ghost Pirates and support Savannah State all at the same time. So I hope I answered all your questions, Jeremy. Yeah, let me see. 100. Tamika is on. Good to see you. How about finding Jeremy, you just got a lot of questions. How about finding and arresting the suspect in the acid incident? Um, well, first of all, I'm not working for the Savannah Police Department or the FBI. When the Savannah Police Department and the FBI find sufficient leads to make an arrest, then they will. That's not my job. The police officers and the FBI do that, and when they do, they will. When people talk about the things that they know and they help us with tips, we'll be able to get that. So again, I can do all this at the same time. We hire 600 police officers, 2,600 employees. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. How about you stop being so negative? How about you look at the things that we are doing? How about that? How about that? How about you stop asking how about that? How about that? But anyway. You welcome. Susie Laszlo is on. It's not mutually exclusive. Hey, Taco Falak, Salim, good to see you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Cameras are up in the park. I mean, yeah, again, the funny part about it is Pastor Osborne, no, I cannot lower the tariffs. Although people think I can. People think I can. People think I can lower the tariffs. I can't. I think people would think that I could. If I could, I would. You know, the hardest jobs is because people want to blame the mayor for everything that's going wrong in their lives. I have the opportunity, and I'm blessed to travel to a lot of cities. And, Savannah, we're doing all right. We're not a perfect city by no stretch of means and imagination. We have our challenges just like everybody else, but we have a progressive, forward-thinking council and team that is working hard to be able to help provide the things that people need to be able to survive. If the only thing you have to talk about is an acid attack that happened last year, I mean, then that's all you got to talk about. But I will assure everyone that our police department continues to work on that, and we have a pretty good closure rate. So I suspect that we will be able to find who did it. We don't have a suspect at this time, although some of y'all want to say very loudly that you're sure it was a black person that we're covering up, and that's just part of your racist mentality that it had to be somebody black. I don't know who it was, and obviously the police and FBI have not said who they think it is. The one person that was a person of interest, they have cleared from consideration. So, figure it out. Let me see. Anything else? Hey, Matt, how you doing? Good to see you. Long time no see. Cynthia, Alicia. Friend! Good to see Aviana, my good friend who's 5 years old that I miss so much. Good to see you, friend. This is Savannah Steele. Savannah now has a women's basketball team, and they played here in Savannah tonight, their first game. And so I was there, and I'm glad you like my hat. But it's good to see you. I hope you're being good in school. I know you're doing well, right? So I know you are. Good to see Pastor William Easton. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lawanda, Jeremy won't join the police. I joined the police department. He won't. All right, Low Toe. I know. I mean, when I need Nikki Simpson, is probably out. Oh, okay. My pastor's back on, so I have to stand down. So I'm going to stand down. Okay. I see you, Pastor. Shauna is late. Oh, yeah, they think I'm responsible for that. Okay, you've watched police officers sit at the corner of Gwinnett and Price Street, sit in the open lot for hours at a time, doing nothing for hours. How do you know they're not doing things for hours? When I was a police officer and I had to write reports, we pulled into places and we wrote reports. You don't know what until they're doing nothing. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what they were doing. I mean, how do you know they were doing nothing but selling it? You don't know what they were doing. So, I mean, miss me with that, If you got so much to say, why don't you go up and ask them what they're doing? Good to see Deborah Grant. Thank you for joining us. Anyway, so y'all done tired me out. So I done screamed for the Savannah Steel. Again, have a safe Memorial Day weekend. Say a prayer on Monday for those who have lost loved ones in conflicts in our country, military personnel who have died while serving in the armed forces, and remember their families that although this is a barbecue day for you, this is often a rough day for them. Congratulations to the class of 2026 as well. And Tam Reeves wasn't on. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with Nikki Simpson wasn't on. I don't know what's going on with them, but anyway, y'all have a good night. Y'all take it easy. God bless you all. Danielle gets great game for Savannah Steel, and we're looking forward to a great game on Sunday. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. We love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I'm out. Peace.